My name is Bruce Whitfield. This is ECN 423, Section 1, Homework 8, Problem 14.9.2. This is the test bench for the modified traffic light. Here is the entity for the test bench for the modified traffic light and the architecture. I created signals that are 4 1-bit inputs, and they're all in standard logic. And then I've got a 6-bit traffic light signal that will take that output. And then I created a state type that has 4 states: state 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then I created a signal, current state and next state of state type. And then I created the component for the modified traffic light. And here are its ports. It's got 4 1-bit inputs: clock, reset, car east-west, pedestrian north-south, and a 6-bit traffic light output. I instantiate that component, and then I begin my process. And so I start off at the first rising edge. Clock is enabled, and reset, car waiting in the east-west, and pedestrian are all disabled. It will remain in state 0. Current state is state 0. Next state is state 0. And at the next rising edge, the pedestrian waiting is enabled, so it will stay as state 0. And at the next rising edge, pedestrian is enabled, and the car in east-west is enabled, but it will stay in state 0. In the next rising edge, pedestrian is disabled, while the car in east-west is enabled, so the next state will be state 1. At the next rising edge, it will go to state 2, which will be green east-west. And then at the next rising edge, the car in east-west is still detected, so it will stay in state 2. And at the next rising edge, there is no car detected in the east-west direction, and there is no pedestrian, and so it will go to state 3. And after state 3, at the next rising edge, will go to state 0. And now it's currently at state 0. Car in the east-west direction is detected, no pedestrian, so the next state is state 1. At the next rising edge, the current state is state 1, the next state is state 0, and at the next rising edge, a pedestrian is detected, and so also is a car in the east-west direction, so the next state is state 3. And at the next rising edge, it will be in state 3, and a car is detected in the east-west direction, and the next state will be state 0. And then at the next rising edge, no pedestrians detected. A car in the east-west is detected in state 0, so the next state is state 1. And at the next rising edge, the next state will be state 2. And at the next rising edge, with pedestrian enabled and car in east-west direction disabled, the next state will be state 3. And at the next rising edge, car in east-west is enabled and pedestrian is disabled, the next state will be state 0. And then at the next rising edge, it has the car in east-west enabled, pedestrian disabled, so the next state is state 1. Reset is enabled, so the next state is state 0. And that ends it for the test bench.